Let's look at getting the biggest bang for your buck. Supposing you want to increase the efficiency of your bike, but you want to do it for free. There are actually some things you can do. These are some free things. First, you can train smarter. Get yourself some do-it-yourself books. They're almost free. You can work out with weights. You can do varied rides for a specific purpose. You could get the Cyclist Training Bible by Joe Friel, which has been a mainstay of cycling training for a long time. I can also do something else that's free. I can train smarter, I can lose weight. Other things I can do that are free are to join a team with sponsors. This helps you, helps the sponsor by advertising the products. And by the way, being in a club or having a team like this is also good for encouraging and mentorship of young riders. I can also try different tire pressures. I can try lowering my tire pressure by 10 to 15% and see if changing the shape of the contact patch actually will reduce my rolling resistance. I can shave my legs. That's free. Supposing I have under $500, there's things I can do. I can still do all the free things, but I can get a clip-on aero bar. Clip-on aero bars are good for time trials or triathlons. It's not the same thing as a time trial or triathlon specific bike, but putting a clip-on aero bar on a road bike certainly is going to make me more efficient. It's also going to reduce my frontal area and it's going to reduce my drag. These are the aero bars that are used for time trials and triathlons. This is not for everybody, and I would like to emphasize that these are not resting positions. When you go from your handlebars on the side, let's say your drops or your hoods, and you put your elbows up on aero bars, you lose quite a bit of lateral stability, and your hands are also some distance from the brakes. They're great for time trials and triathlons, but don't be caught in a group riding using an aero bar or on a trail. You can also, for under $500, get a personal coach. Now, a personal coach is good. Here's how most of us train. We ride, we go to the gym, we use a heart rate monitor, we use a power meter, we put in the time and so on, but we don't really always do it smartly. A personal coach can develop for you an individualized training program where he can assess your condition, your goals, and your available time, and then develop for you a year-round program using weights in the gym and biking. Some combination of endurance rides, sprinting, intervals, and one-leg drills. Now, coach also gives you oversight. You want to keep your coach happy. You don't want your coach to be unhappy with you. Also, for under $500, I can experiment with trying some low rolling resistance tires. I can wear a heart rate monitor. That's not too expensive, and you can get a lot of benefit from a heart rate monitor. I can also take a spin class. A spin class is like an aerobics class with some animated instructor who is urging you on. Now, what about training with CompuTrainer? I can do that also. That's a fun group activity where you can ride and record and you can compare results. That's also something you can do as part of a group effort. That's sort of a variant of a spin class. For under $500, I can also get a portable indoor trainer, like is shown here in the picture. Now, if you get one of these, make sure you get a fan, have the fan blowing on you. You don't want to overheat when you're on your trainer. A trainer is also a great thing to take to a race for a warm-up before the beginning of a race. For under $500, I can also have my wheels checked and tensioned properly. Most wheels have tension on them which is too low. If you tension the wheels correctly, you get the tension up where it's supposed to be. In most cases, the wheel is faster and more durable as well. If I'm willing to spend more money, for $1,000, I can get all those things we mentioned, plus a stationary indoor trainer. A stationary indoor trainer is a lot nicer than the portable one, but it's also a good deal more expensive. For a couple $1,000, I can put some type of a power meter system on my bike of any of the ones that we talked about in the power meter chapter. I can also, for maybe $2,500, get the ultimate in aero wheels. If I have $5,000 to spend, I can do all of the free things and all that stuff, get the indoor trainer, and I can get a power meter system, and I can also get aero wheels. If I have $5,000, I can also buy a new bike. I can get a really high-end road bike like that Madone there, either for a man or the women's specific design version of it, where I get a nice light frame, nice light aero wheels, and an ideal frame geometry. Or I could spend the money on a new time trial or triathlon bike. Once again, light frame, aero, and so on, and these also are available in women's specific design models. Now, if I'm really rich and I have $10,000 I'm willing to blow, I can get the ultimate, absolute fastest of road bikes, or I can get the absolute fastest of time trial and triathlon bikes. In the end, though, you have to do the training to be a fast rider. You cannot buy your way to the podium. You still have to put in all of the work. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you ride safely.